Do you think algorithms are a modern invention? Then think again. The term goes back over 900 years. Today, we are exploring the hidden story behind algebra and algorithm. These two words started with a brilliant Muslim scholar from the 9th century. But here is a twist. Despite shaping the very foundation of modern science, his name is rarely found in our textbook. Curious? Let's dive into the story they never taught us. We might think that algebra originated in Renaissance Europe, but its foundation was laid in 9th century Baghdad by Muhammad ibn Musa al-Khawarizmi, one of the greatest minds of the Islamic Golden Age. One of his most famous book, Kitab al-Mukhtasar fi Hisab al-Jabr wal-Muqabala, in English the compendious book on calculation by completion and balancing. In this book, Al-Khawarizmi introduced systematic method for solving linear and quadratic equations. But he didn't stop here. Al-Khawarizmi classified equations into 6 canonical forms and solved them using geometric proofs. Well, before graphing was a thing, Islamic mathematicians didn't just preserve Greek knowledge such as geometry and arithmetic, they expanded it. For example, Ibn al-Haytham introduced new methods for solving equations. Al-Karaji moved quadratic into power of 3 and beyond, an early form of polynomial algebra. Omar Khayyam, although he was a poet, he developed a geometric theory for cubic equations, classifying them into 25 types. By the 12th century, Al-Shamawal pushed the boundary further by dealing with negative powers and developing symbolic algebraic manipulation, centuries before European notation caught up. Al-Khawarizmi not only invented algebra but also gave us another term, algorithm. The word comes from the Latin algorithmi, a transliteration of Al-Khawarizmi's name. In his arithmetic text, Algorithmi de Numero Indorum explained how to calculate using Hindu-Arabic numerals including 0. This book, when translated into Latin, kept only his Latinized name, so the method became the man. Over time, algorithmi turned into the generic term algorithm, a set of procedures for solving problems. Ironically, the origin was erased in the many words we still use today. Here is where things get uncomfortable. As Europe entered the Renaissance, it began to rebrand these ideas. Despite translating Al-Khawarizmi's work, many scholars stripped away Arabic name. His book on algebra became Liber Algebrae et al-Muqabala. His identity was lost, only the terms remained. But the 16th century, European scholars like Jean Borel suggested banning the word algebra simply because it was Arabic. Western historians began crediting Greek thinkers like Diophantus or Renaissance figures like Descartes. They ignored the important work done during the Islamic Golden Age. As historian Glenn Cooper says, people purposely left out the big role Islamic civilization played in history. Europe wanted to show a clean Greco-Roman lineage. Today, we are finally re-examining that narrative. Scholars now acknowledged Al-Khawarizmi as a father of algebra and the term algorithm rooted in his name. Yet, school curricula still barely mention these Muslim pioneers. Why does this matter? Because acknowledging the true global roots of science isn't just about credit, it's about understanding how knowledge flows across culture, from Baghdad's House of Wisdom to modern computer science. This contribution from a continuous multicultural thread. So, the next time you solve an equation or write an algorithm, remember, you are walking a path paved centuries ago by scholars whose names deserve to be remembered.